Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. With it being Christmas time, I guess we've been blessed with the temperatures of the North Pole. Good morning. Well, welcome back, everybody. Despite it being -10, there's no breeze, so it's pretty nice when you get all your gear on. Today is the last day I'm doing this by myself. Mom and Dad are coming back from vacation. So hopefully it works out good today and don't have any issues. It's been good so far, but it's actually gonna get colder. And they're actually talking -50-degree wind chills, which is not unprecedented, but it's just barely precedented, as they'd say. We're gonna go feed some cattle. In the forecast, they're talking about more snow, and our payloader ain't liking the cold weather, so I'm gonna go plug that in to get that warming up, see if we can get that started today. The biggest thing, I think the batteries are getting a little old, but it helps to have that block all warmed up. So there's a plug-in right here that runs to a block heater. It's just a little element that dips into the coolant, heats that coolant around the engine, and in turn heats the oil in the engine. When it comes to diesel engines, those block heaters are pretty important, especially when it gets below 0. Right away I plugged the 7530 in, that's so I can, or 7520. That way I can feed those cows over there if they need another bale. But this thing will pop right off now because it was plugged in overnight. So check this out. Despite it being -10 degrees this morning, since we had it plugged in, right here is where it's telling us our coolant temperature. It said 82 when we turned it on. So the tractor, as far as it was concerned, thought it was a nice, warm, sunny day. So it started real well for us. So that first thing was mineral. Then we got some Dakota Gold Pro pellets. These are the smaller ones. Work good in a mixed wagon. Essentially every load we do is some sort of mixture, different ratios of mineral, protein pellets, ground hay, which is alfalfa, corn stalks, and grass hay, ground corn, and then over there we got silage. You know, it's cold when you drive over the snow and it starts sounding like styrofoam squishing. We just have one more load to do, and then we got a couple things that we got to do. Number one, when I start that payloader, we got a bowl that needs a dart, and we got to cut plastic off the wet corn pit over here so we can get more at it tomorrow. So now that we have feeding done, and it doesn't feel too bad out here. But I'm also wearing 4 or 5 layers. The dog is doing some weird stuff over in that silage pile right there. She's putting some perfume on. Is that what you're doing? Getting a little perfume on? Hi. There. So what we always do, you're getting some kind of insider information. It's kind of that stuff that makes Dad say, I got all this useless knowledge. This silage can sometimes freeze a little, so we grab handfuls of it, pile it up, which reintroduces a little bit of oxygen. Bacteria start coming alive and heating that pile up so we don't have big chunks. And we just do enough for 1 or 2 days because we don't want it to go bad. And we do a similar thing with this wet corn, just don't want big chunks. I'll have to cut that deeper so we can get at that corn better without tires falling in. Got 2 waters running, I better go shut up. Who, me? Forgetting the waters are on? No way. Well, that one will have enough for the day. While all those bulls are up eating, since we just fed him, I better check on that one bull. He's had a limp for just a couple days, and I wasn't sure if, you know, with all this frozen choppy stuff, if he just rolled an ankle or something. But sometimes it actually is a disease that settled into a joint. There's a lot of different diseases that usually attack one spot, but will move into different locations in the body, maybe settle in a joint and swell it up, and then it hurts to walk and stuff like that. One of the biggest respiratory diseases is called Mannheimia hemolytica, and that one's pretty notorious for moving around, getting in, you know, an ankle or an elbow or something. So I'll check out 640 out here, see if he's still limping, and give him a dart just in case it is a disease. And there's 640 right there, so we'll check him out. Oh yeah, he's still hopping. Then we'll have to make sure that drinker's still working. Those like to freeze up when it gets this cold. Dab a little Vaseline so the medicine doesn't come right back out the hole. Guess she's a couch dog now. Now, before you call me lazy, those can get froze down pretty hard. I missed one. There we go. Sometimes you gotta be smarter than the tire. It's a little too cold to be getting this hot. Up here we got a couple bulls taking a drink, so now we can see if it's refilling or if it's all froze up. Yeah, I can hear it, and those balls came back up. So once they take the first couple drinks in the morning, if it's filling, it's going to be good the rest of the day since they keep drinking. So that's awesome. Might be a different story the next couple days. Things are pretty good on most fronts. Beans are up 22 cents right now. Not sure when I want to start selling. Well, actually I am sure, when it hits the high. That's a good pile of corn in the last couple days. Should be done with this loader tractor, get it back in the worm shop. Calving season is coming up. We are just a few short weeks away, actually. We're really close. It's knocking on the door. For those of you that aren't new to the channel, we're going to be using optimizer gel again, which is a scour gel. It acts kind of like a colostrum. You want to get it in them the first hour that they've been on the ground, at least 6 hours. And it's got different strains of E. coli, rotavirus, coronavirus, Clostridium in it. Last year was the first year that we didn't run the cows through and give them a scour guard shot, which is a pretty expensive shot. So using this instead is actually saving us money directly because we aren't using that expensive shot anymore. Anyway, just a couple stats. In the last 2 years, we haven't lost a single calf out of hundreds of calves to scours. The first year we used it, we had no scours at all. The second year we used it, right at the end, we did have one calf that got scours, but he didn't even look slowed down. His poop was just a little runny. And so it might have been he drank too much milk and just had a gut ache, but we've had tremendous luck. And so far, we haven't had any bad feedback. And because we've liked it so much, we talked to Dwight Ward, which is the guy that kind of started this product over in Casson, Minnesota. He's a cow-calf guy, uses it himself. He's allowed us to get it on the Farm Focus website, so it makes it easier for our viewers to get a hold of it. Last year alone, we helped over 32,000 calves. That's a big number. Hopefully this year we can help 50,000 or more. The link is down below if you want to try it out. For us, this is one of those no-brainer things, no regrets. At about $3 per calf, each tube does 8. Compare it to anything on the market like this. It is the cheapest product or next to the cheapest product, and it has more protection in it. It's got more strains, more different diseases it protects against. And so for the least cost, we're getting the most protection. And I'm done talking about it, but optimizer gel, hit the link below, go to Farm Focused and go to our Sonne Farms portion and you can buy that. You know, start with one tube. compare a few calves that get it to a few calves that don't. It's also got vitamins and some probiotics in there. It's just a great thing. Anyway, let's go see if that payloader is ready to start. An easy access post for charging if you got to jump. But when I hook up to that, it don't work. So I had to take this cover off to get right at the battery so I could put it right on the post there. But we got that heated up pretty well. It's been heating up for about 2 hours. And we'll let it charge a little bit more, and then we'll hit it with the super mega amp bridge and see if we can get her to turn over real quick. That was not even close. We'll put it on a very long trickle. Clearly, we need to be charging batteries and heating the block. I was running that extension cord just 6 short feet away, but found this in the garage, so stole it from my mom. Tammy, if you're looking for your extension cord, I might know where it is. This was my one goal today, and it's not gonna happen. We'll get this thing going, give the cows a bale. I gave them quite a bit yesterday, and they haven't eaten it all, so this is actually almost a baby bale. It's something that was at the end of the field, so it wasn't quite a full bale, but this will be enough for today. Girls are probably thinking it's pretty hot out here with that sun shining right on you. Don't be wasting this stuff now. We're kind of low on it. We'll skip feeding them tomorrow so they can clean that up. When you overfeed, they overwaste. And then hopefully at some point they decide they want to go back out to the cornfield and start grazing. Every bit they pick up on their own out there is a little less we have to feed them. Check out how the water tank's looking over here. Looks like everything's good. If you were here this summer and watched me repair one of these water lines, had to trench it out right there. I buried it about 4 or 5 feet deep, maybe not quite that deep, but people were asking, how's it not gonna freeze? Well, this is an artesian well. It's always flowing from the pressure in the ground. Now I could explain to you how it works poorly, but you could just Google artesian well and learn a lot more about it. But because this is always flowing, this tank never freezes. Of course, it's always flowing over. And there's kind of some wasteland over here that's usually pretty wet, but it requires no energy. Pipes never freeze, tank never freezes, and it's really nice because we check it whenever we remember to, and it's always working, and we don't have to shut it off or turn it on. Anyway, guys, I feel like I've just talked this entire day and didn't do any work, and I'm sick of it, and hope you didn't hate it. But thanks for watching today. We got more cold weather coming. Still got to preg check these cows. Mom and Dad are on their final flight back, and you'll be seeing them in the next few videos. So thanks for watching. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Have a good one. Sonny with the net wrap at top. Fakes left. Oh, between the legs. Spin cycle. Dunk. And the crowd goes wild. Our table came today with 2 chairs. I was supposed to get 6 chairs. Where's my other 4 chairs?
Okay, let me call my delivery department because I sure am showing that they are all 6 on the truck.